St. Boniface Les Rouges, the defending champions. They went to nationals last year in the CCAA. That's ultimately is the big carrot that's dangling there for all the teams that are going to be participating in the Final Four. ACC already eliminated. So things are determined as to who the Final Four is going to be, but you know, where is everybody going to be as far as 1, 2, 3, and 4 goes? So today's game going to be a big decider into that, with the Bobcats and the Blazers battling it out here. Already a player hitting the field hard, a chance at it, and a save for the CMU right out of the gate. You got Brogan Henry, she's still taped up. Still, we saw her, I guess what was it, last Saturday there, Dan Harrison. She was limping off the field, could barely move a muscle kind of a thing, and is slowly but surely hopefully going to get back to full health, and perhaps just in the nick of time here too with the conference playoffs coming up.
Yeah, that's right. I'm pretty sure I saw her hold back some tears there. Oh, and there's a missed opportunity, miscommunication there. Yeah, Brogan Henry holding back tears last game as the final whistle blew, as she kind of was hobbling off. But I must say, great intro. That was a great intro. I was kind of mesmerized listening to you there. There is a lot at stake today, though, and you kind of mentioned that between these two. You're either losing this game and you're going to be in fourth, and you're going to play the St. Boniface Les Rouges, who have only dropped one game this season, or you're going to be in third and you're going to be playing the Providence Pilots, who have dropped a couple games. And so there's a lot to play for between these two teams as we get underway, with the Bobcats kind of coming out guns a-blazing with a good opportunity to begin the game. And now we'll see how they set up, how these teams settle in, with that first opportunity kind of thwarted by CMU. And it did kind of expose a slower back line for CMU, so Brogan Henry was just able to kind of outpace the CMU defenders there as the game got underway.
Yeah, there's still one more game for both sides after this one's all said and done. Bobcats will be up in Otterburn tomorrow to take on the Pilots, and then CMU will take on the St. Boniface Les Rouges in their regular season finale tomorrow.
Yeah, so I guess I stand corrected with that. There is an extra game there, but I think first place has been locked up by Les Rouges for sure with 27 points. As if we have a great save by the CMU goalkeeper here. And the Providence Pilots are out of reach as well for CMU or Brandon. So those two teams are locked in 1 and 2, but again, 3 and 4 are up for grabs right now. And tomorrow, with the remaining 2 games here, is just out of reach there from Van Berko.
Yeah, Deja Newell tried to set up that play. Yeah, you have Papadanitz, you got Ashley Robinson.
You can see BU committing a lot of players up to try and stop this and keep the pressure on.
And here's Brogan Henry with a chance at it, trying to gain some separation, could not. Brogan was, I think it might have been maybe the second, third game of the season when she got injured, and that's a real key piece to this Bobcats puzzle. If they want to, make a good run come playoff time, which is just right around the corner, you got to get Brogan Henry around 95%. And I think she's close to that.
Yeah, and she's taped up, and I imagine she probably wasn't doing the traditional full recovery. She was probably practicing and everything with the team, so that muscle takes a bit longer to heal up, but she's back and looking spry.
Yeah, just kind of looking at some of the other players that are into the starting lineup here for the Bobcats. Of course, you got Kylie Van de Westine as well. Kennedy Jansen, number 12.
Yeah, Kylie Van Westine is down at the back, playing as a left back right now. So that's a big loss for Brandon and their goal-scoring opportunities, I think, because she's the one with the cannon. I imagine she'll be taking most of the free kicks here from Brandon, but she'll be stuck back there as a left back for most of the game.
Yeah, Taryn Ballin's also out there for BU. And Dornez as well, number 7 for Brandon University.
And one defender, key defender for Brandon, has been McPherson Blair, who's played lights out when it comes to shutting down some of the key strikers of the opposition So we'll be looking at her in the middle there, number 16.
Yeah, might have had her best game as a Bobcat last Saturday.
Yeah, against Les Rouges of all teams. She shut down Stephanie Jones, who's quite speedy, and yeah, she was able to use her physicality and her soccer IQ, I guess, to shut down a lot of the opportunities that Les Rouges were creating. So she'll be doing much of the same today as she plays in the middle there. And you can't quite see it on camera here, but she is as far back as you can go.
Yeah, Josie Black as well, goalkeeper for the Bobcats from Minnetonus. Starting goalkeeper for BU.
So we'll see kind of how both teams set up strategically and tactically. Brandon they love to put pressure on the opposition, force turnovers, and kind of use that to spring their strikers and create goals that way. And we'll see how the Blazers decide to play this game, if they want to sit back and defend. There's some of that pressure there from BU.
Yeah, there's Whitaker going shoulder to shoulder with Deja Newell. I'm going to go in favor of the Blazers here.
Yeah, fans kind of reacted to that one, and they thought it was a clean challenge, but there was a bit of a shove with the arm. You can't do that. It has to be a shoulder to shoulder. Can't push with the arm.
So Kraker prepares to kick here for Blazers.
Oh, set play. So this will be Brandon rushes up to try and create the offside trap.
Yep, Bean got the first touch and calling them all off. And is Umar.
Well, last time BU played CMU, Umar was the playmaker for CMU, so she's going to be a huge presence in the middle there, creating opportunities and using her fancy footwork to try and spring some of her strikers.
Papadenitz losing the handle on it. Melissa Gilbert trying to create the turnover and cause havoc at the other end. She's still going too, going to put a shot on net.
Ooh.
Up and over. From this vantage point, thought that one was sailing towards Josie Black, who was going to test the Bobcats goalkeeper, instead going to test her legs as she runs out to get the loose ball.
Yeah, I think Papadenitz is going to be under pressure a lot this game with the wingers coming out to target her. So I think she's going to have to stay calm and cool under pressure, with a lot of the action happening kind of close to the tent here on this close side, this near side.
Yeah, it feels like that temperature has dropped about 4 or 5 degrees out here. It was actually really nice and warm for the Bobcat men's game earlier today. Bobcats want a comeback thriller in that one, scoring 2 unanswered goals in the second half to prevail against CMU. So Bobcat men's team has won 10 consecutive games.
Oh, beautiful pass.
Broken Henry.
Oh,
and she collides.
Yeah, that's a penalty. She's down though. That is a challenge, and she is probably hurt. That's knee on knee.
Yeah, Brogan's tougher than a $2 steak, and she taken some licks this season. There's no two ways about it.
Oh, look at that.
She's not 100% healthy right now, and that's.
She's going to try and get up and see, just kind of test it, put some weight on it, see if it's maybe just going to be a muscle bruise. And she'll make the call here right away whether she needs medical attention. She'll be hopping around. You might see her go down later if she thinks it's unplayable, but here's the penalty kick for BU to take the early lead.
So kicked by the Bobcats, and it's in the back of the net. BU opens the scoring.
Yeah, and that's a beautifully placed penalty kick, almost unreachable by the keeper there.
Yeah, Kennedy Jansen cashing that opportunity in, and BU's on the board early.
Yeah, penalty spot, put it into the perfect spot where the keeper probably couldn't touch it even if she had the head start. So Bobcats take an early lead, but they have an early disadvantage. Brogan Henry now kind of limping around a little bit. She's key in that pressure scheme of Brandon. So we'll see if she can keep up that pace that creates turnovers. CMU is going to be looking to play some long bombs here. I imagine Umar.
Yeah, Umar was already off to the races, but the ball wasn't there in time for her. And here's Bean Van Berko on the move and on the run for the Bobcats. That one knocked that away by Petreskovich.
Here's Jansen, I think, going to take this corner as her and Van Wedstein kind of look at each other. to see who's going to take it. So right away noticing CMU kind of clogging the middle. They love playing with 3, 4, 5 midfielders, and that creates a lot of open space for the wingers, which is how Brandon's gotten a couple opportunities already.
Yeah, they were on the doorstep there again. 1-0 lead here for BU.
Look at all the defenders back for BU. They're going to have to win these balls in the air to stop any.
Deja Newell gets through 2 players right at midfield for CMU that were trying to suffocate that chance for Deja Newell. Here's Ashley Robinson, who was the September Athlete of the Month here at Brandon University.
It's pressure here from CMU.
Umar.
Ooh, that's a good decision there by McPherson Blair to let that roll through.
And McPherson Blair is playing wiser beyond her years here so far for BU in this season. She's come along real nicely for the Bobcats on the defensive side of things.
Yeah, she's been cool under pressure, which is something that sometimes takes years to develop, but so far she's been cool as a cucumber, I think is your line.
Yes, sir. I said that once upon a time, there's no doubt about it.
Here we have Dornez working hard along the side here.
Yeah, Dornez trying to find the edge, and there's Jansen, the goal scorer. Brogan Henry still going for broke for the Bobcats. Deja Newell was going to line it up and said Ashley Robinson will test the goalkeeper, Marucci, who makes the stop for CMU.
And both teams actually practiced that drill in warm-up, getting the ball in the center of the half there and practicing just taking one touch into a shot.
And McPherson Blair passing it up to Kylie Vandewestine, who isn't afraid to fire from any possible angle on the soccer field. We've seen it time and time again.
Looks like it'll be a throw and just squeaked out of bounds here along the side, just about at half. CMU with the throw. And you can see the CMU players clogging up the middle.
Yeah, Deja Newell over to Kennedy Jansen. Scored on a penalty kick
offside
for the Bobcats, and Brogan Henry thought she was off to the races, but that's not the way it works.
Yeah, she was the last person back in between the goalkeeper and the CMU player. So if you receive a ball from the moment it's kicked, which is the confusing part about offside in soccer, you cannot be behind the last defender in their half.
Well, Vandewestine trying to stop on a dime there. Still manages to get back for the Bobcats. And Ballon thought she was going to have some open room to work, but no, that's not going to be the way it's going to pan out for her there. So Blazers ball, throw in. BU up 1-0 on a penalty kick goal.
Yeah, a lot of this game is going to be decided for Brandon anyway, how well they pass the ball from their defenders into their midfield. If they can be accurate, then I think they're going to be quite successful. If CMU pressures them and creates the turnover, they're going to struggle in this game, even though they're up 1-0.
Yeah, Umar trying to cause a commotion. Going to belong to the Blazers here. It'll be Linklater throwing this one in for CMU.
Plenty of CMU players up for this. 6 players. Oh, that's a throw.
Yeah, mighty good throw in there. Was right on the... Ignotti had a potential chance at it. Brogan Henry's there too as we get up on the cross midfield, but it's short-lived. Here's Deja Newell. It's glued to her foot, and she tries to thread the needle down the other way with Kennedy Jansen and company on the move and on the run for the Bobcats. That one missing Ashley Robinson. Now at midfield for CMU, and it's controlled by them. That little flip, though, ends up on the feet of Bean Van Berkel, with Umar watching her closely. Here's Bean. Now making a beautiful little feathered pass, and Kennedy Jansen's got to move, got to run. Can she get there in time? She will, to keep it in play for the Bobcats. Lining up that shot, a little bullseye action from Bean Van Berkel. Had the target all set, but ran out of real estate.
Yeah, that's a great ball. Just a little too heavy. She does manage to keep it in, though. And now they have a throw in deep in the CMU half, so we'll see kind of what Brogan Henry and her capabilities can give BU, because she's going to be the one that kind of holds it up and dishes it off here.
That looks like more like the Brogan Henry of old on that play there. She almost created a good scoring chance for the Bobcats. That pass a little bit short. So the Blazers had to put the brakes on and double back one more time. Now it's up and across. Little karate kick by Kylie Van de Westeen.
Yeah, and CMU, you can see how many players are in the middle there for the Blazers. They plan to use the middle as their way to create chances.
And McPherson Blair getting right into the heat of battle here. A little header that might cause a scoring chance for the Blazers. Umar is there up top, and so was Ignani. And Papadenitz.
Yeah, that'll do from Papadenitz. She's just looking to kick the ball out, get some time for her teammates to get back into position here. CMU, I imagine, want to push the pace here as they create turnovers.
Yeah, Lee Clater will throw it in. Deja Newell at the header. Then McPherson Blair leans into that one. Must have been a hand touch of some kind on the Blazers.
There's a handball there. So we'll see. This, I imagine this will be, oh, it looks like the cannon's coming, so this will be a bomb up the field.
Yeah, Van de Westeen's got the wind assisting her there. And Brogan Henry was beat to the punch on that one. As Krager doubles back, and that one almost picked off by Ballin of BU. And this one's hit into the corner, so we got a foot race for it. Man on her horse there. I think that is Wasilek, I do believe, on the CMU side.
Number 6. So here, this is what I'm talking about. How well can BU pass into their midfield when they're in trouble? So now it's in the defense.
There's a kick by Van de Westeen all the way down. Petreskovich and crew will pick it up. And Petreskovich getting pressured there by Brogan Henry. And Henry, after colliding with the goalkeeper, Marucci, a little bit earlier, seems to be A-okay.
Yeah, Brogan Henry being subbed off now, though, as a precaution.
As soon as I say it, yeah.
Which is not a bad thing.
You can see her immediately going to the athletic training staff there. That
I imagine it's probably just some muscle bruising, just from the way the collision happened earlier.
Here's Kennedy Jansen trying to do a little flip shot, got it back, going to Robinson. And Masters is there, the header, one header. Couldn't get a second one, and Marucci makes the stop.
Yeah, that's an impactful first 15 seconds, getting a header in the 6-yard box. And now look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players in the middle there for CMU, and they gain possession and they use Umar.
Yeah, Umar again getting it towards the center part, mid part of the field. And Ballin kicks it up and over. And here go the Bobcats. It's Emily Dornez. Dornez has it with Masters there. Kennedy Jansen, Ashley Robinson too.
All right, how well can BU pass it here? This is the area. Oh, well done. Turn, get in, pass it or cross it.
Yeah, Dornez trying to find Kennedy Jansen and Will. Jansen the goal scorer. Now it's Masters. Masters trying to make her move.
It's going to be tough for Brandon to turn around and get any sort of shot in the middle. They're not going to have too much time with all the Blazers players in the middle. They'll have to spread it out to the wing.
Bean Van Berkel, like a tall oak tree colliding with the CMU player. That would be Linklater.
Well, it looks like we got somebody, Linklater, I believe. Just in a collision there, and she's down. Probably just had the wind knocked out of her there.
Yeah, played almost approaching that 20-minute mark of this opening half. Bobcats 1-0 lead. These two teams trying to decide who will be the number 3 seed going into the Final Four tournament next weekend here in Brandon. So far, it's the Bobcats that have the advantage as far as the overall standings are concerned. Trying to win this game too to sew up that 3rd spot. We'll probably be playing the Providence Pilots then in the semifinals next weekend here at HLC Field.
And I believe the 4th place going into the playoffs will play the Les Rouges, who are on a 4-game winning streak and have only dropped 1 game this season. So worst case scenario is to have to play the reigning women's soccer champions.
So towards the front of the net it goes. Marucci's there to pick it up. And that kick is up and away.
Into the wind. Still bounces over. Brandon's going to have to try and stop that. Win the aerial battles today.
Yeah, getting tangled up there.
Dornez laying it off for Van Westeen here.
Header by CMU that is going to go up and out of play. Yeah, it's a busy weekend here. I guess both at home and on the road for all the Bobcat teams. They got the volleyball teams that are already in Canada West action. Opened up the regular seasons for men's and women's volleyball last night. Both BU teams lost 5-set heartbreakers against the Thompson Rivers Wolfpack and Kamloops.
There's a shot here. Oh, just wide there by Robertson.
Yeah, Ashley's
Robinson,
close,
sorry.
very close. She mentioned to me after she won the September Athlete of the Month award that she wants to get a goal in this second half. Yeah,
well, shots like that wasn't wide by very much. It was maybe a couple feet off the target. Let's see what the CMU want to do here.
Yeah, they're just going to take a bit of a shortcut here. Masters, though, right there.
Yeah, that's not.
And Masters will. Yeah, no. Thought she was going to be able to slow it down.
Yeah, we'll see if they do that again. I don't think that's not the strategy they want to take. They want to kick this as far as they can.
Yeah, that wind though is really wreaking havoc on.
I'd rather have a turnover in the middle of the field rather than right next to my goal.
Yeah, I think you might be onto something there, Dan. Yeah, so now Bobcats can set things up here. Papadenitz throwing it in to Masters.
Masters taking the role of Brogan Henry as a striker, so she's going to do her job of being annoying and hold the ball up for her teammates and dish it off when necessary.
Yeah, Masters quicker than a hiccup here. She's had some chances here. And Papadenitz and Melissa Gilbert collide.
This will be a free kick, I believe. Yeah, for CMU, just at about the halfway mark of their own end. I imagine they'll cross this across the field. They can't kick this. Oh, they are. They're kicking it right into the middle.
Yeah, Kraker and now Deja Newell. Newell lost it, had the edge there. Ignati sent it up sky high. And Wasilek was there too for CMU. Ballin got the first touch on it. Now back come the Blazers. Nope, Pearson Blair will get some yardage back for the Bobcats. Masters, and here comes Kennedy Jansen. Already one goal for the Bobcats. Would light the lamp one more time. She's got a couple 2-goal efforts this season for the Bobcats. Might get another one if she keeps on going like she is.
Yeah.
Putting it towards the net for Masters.
Ooh.
Masters kicks it and still in play. No, it's not.
Offside call there. There's the reason for the whistle there, but Masters with a great attempt, a great volley attempt.
Yeah, she's played well here since subbing in for the injured Brogan Henry, who's obviously is just still not 100% yet.
Yeah.
Van Westing, look out, there she goes, fires it. And that, that field is it's hard as a rock around the front part of that net.
Yeah, that's where lots of the action happens. So I imagine we'll see a couple more of those shots from 40 yards out.
You just never know which way it's going to bounce when it gets in front of that goal crease area, with it being trampled down a little bit from all the traffic. And into the corner we go. Let's
just scoots out for a goal kick. So we'll see what the CMU Blazers do here. If they want to play, yeah, it looks like they're rushing over to play it short. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 CMU players rushing over to this side. So they have lots of options. But again, they decide to kick it up. And that's fine. I'd rather have a turnover there instead of inside the 18-yard box. Masters a great job turning this ball around, dishing it off to Jansen.
Might get a chance at it here. She's trying to deke through, get a little bit more room. Here's Robinson. She was right on the doorstep too. There's a fight.
Oh.
Ooh, that one goes right off the head of the CMU player. Action continues here. Jansen, no, she couldn't put it away. And Umar has got no choice but to try to clear it. Cannot. It's still with Masters.
You can see Umar.
Jansen can move. Deja Newell tries to feather it in there, could not. The Blazers get control of it finally here and try to squash some of this Bobcat momentum. BU already leading 1-0, an early goal by Jansen off a penalty kick.
That was a good attempt there by Van Westeen to dish it off, but the only downside of that defending by CMU is that Umar had to drop so far back to help with the defensive effort. She couldn't help with the counterattack.
Umar puts it on net. Josie Black tests it for the first time, and an A+ from her on that easy save. Yeah, Linklater, a couple touches. There's Umar right back to her, almost like she's got a magnet on her foot there. And Kennedy Jansen, a little iron in the fire there.
Yeah, so CMU, a bit of a miscommunication there. Results in a turnover. Here's Masters now. We'll see if she can get by.
Yeah, Masters
Linklater
trying to find the edge over Linklater, and it's out of play, and it's going to belong to CMU.
That's best case scenario, I guess. If it's a throw-in, you want it that far, that deep into CMU territory. Try and keep them there.
Yeah, with that howling wind, Linklater's going to have to really lean into this one. It's up there, and you can just see that gust just knocks that ball right down. The Bobcats have got the Blazers sewn in here right now. Skipped over the top of the foot of Linklater. Bean Van Berko is there. And Bean Van Berko trying to use that size advantage to get a scoring chance.
Yeah, that was a miscommunication. BU were looking to pressure that, but Masters and Van Berko didn't know who was going to go pressure, so they both kind of looked at each other. And that gave time for Linklater to play the ball. Oh, we got a poster on the field.
We got to go. Those Blazers sign out on the field there. I don't know if what they'll do here.
Tyler might as well run on the field there and grab it. Show us that speed.
Let's just see if they'll go get it themselves. Let's see if it'll test their skill to get it.
No, two kids, I think they're ready to go.
Yeah, Robinson ready to go too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Wasilek cleared it. And it's back in Bobcat territory here. Kylie Van de Westeen over to Ballin. Ballin's got some speed. Sends it over to the far corner area, but it will not go. There they go.
Yeah, we got them. It's coming off. We need to. It was a big cheer for them. Nope. They're happy just to have it in their hands again.
It's a nice sign. Yeah. Well designed.
So here we go with CMU with the throw in now. Let's see if Brandon can create the turnover or CMU get it up to number 10, Melissa Gilbert.
Yeah, Van de Westeen, it's McPherson Blair, I do believe, that advanced that one. Yes, it was.
Dornez now with a great chance to cross it in, takes it back, maybe looking for a shot.
Yeah, got some room.
Oh!
Scores! Lighting the lamp, not once but twice here in this first half. And the Bobcats grab a 2-0 lead here.
That's a great stop and turn, and then taking the shot instead of the cross. She puts it up in the top corner. That's two Brandon Bobcat goals in the top corner where the goalkeeper just can't get a touch on it. CMU now going to have to battle back from a 2-goal deficit. Hopefully keeping their heads high.
Yeah, battle for playoff positioning here at HLC Field. After this one done, still two more games. Well, one more game, I guess, for each side. 2 games total. Cats will be in Otterburn tomorrow, take it on the Pilot. CMU will battle the defending league champion, St. Boniface Les Rouges. That game might not mean a whole lot here because I would think that just based on how things go, the Bobcats would have a 4-point advantage if they're able to beat CMU in this game.
That's true, yeah. I guess they will lock up 3rd spot.
And then that means that the game against Providence would be a
scouting match of kind of tactical and
playoff semifinal preview for you.
And that'll be an interesting game, whether teams kind of experiment or what they want to do, but we got BU on the break here. Ooh, intercepted.
Yeah, Masters I thought she was going to be able to pass it, and instead gets it over onto the other side of the field. Now there's a rebound, loose ball, and Marucci grabbing that thing and hanging on for dear life.
Yeah. Great job by the Bobcats to pressure CMU. Masters doing a great job holding the ball and making a great pass to Jansen, who just couldn't quite get a touch on it.
Yeah,
now here they come
minutes. Again. Up and over 30 minutes of play here on WCG TV and our Bobcats YouTube channel. And Linklater has got her spot picked. Good throw in too.
Oh, good touch there.
Yeah, and there's Peden, number 21, on McPherson Blair.
Ooh.
She moves it up, makes a nice pass to Deja Newell with Umar, and Deja Newell going toe-to-toe. Pass to Ashley Robinson. Robinson got it. Well, she kept her speed going. Now a race all the way down to the corner.
And she's there.
Yeah, Dornez already got one goal here for the Bobcats, finding Deja Newell. Newell trying to get some separation. Ignani leans into that one to get it out of harm's way. Kylie Van de Westeen trying to find the edge. Bean Van Berrico now, Ashley Robinson. Robinson, shot that was partially deflected, and Blazers trying to move it if they can. Instead, it goes out of bounds. Yeah, Jansen, Dornez, the goal scorers here for the Bobcats in this opening half.
So we'll see.
Yeah. Kennedy Jansen got that one through, trying to thread the needle to Masters, who appear to be off to the races. Here is Papadenitz. Keep the pressure on CMU. Already the Cats up by a pair, trying to make it a tray. Papadenitz to Deja Newell. Newell makes a little soft, delicate touch pass. Kennedy Jansen, no-look pass then over to Robinson, and back where it started from with Deja Newell. Now it's Dornez again. Dornez got tangled up with a CMU player, and it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, and Dornez looking for the foul there, but that was a clean tackle, lots of contact on the ball. Doesn't get the call this time, but she is causing havoc on that far side. I imagine she'll get something. The more under the skin she gets of the CMU players. Here they go, switching the field.
Yeah, well, Papadenitz makes a pass, intended for Bean Van Berrico, and Papadenitz has to double back here for the Bobcats. Still at midfield, now back up and over across on their own accord here, the Bobcats. That's Ballin sending it in. And then a header by Esri Trump. Back the other way comes CMU. Kylie Van de Westeen causing a commotion, and the Bobcats trying to bring it right back the other way. Instead, it goes out of play.
Yeah, great job by Van Westeen to come back and back check that with a nice shoulder-to-shoulder challenge. Not causing
Masters,
the foul.
Sending it towards the net, and Marucci picks it up.
CMU are going to have to gain some momentum. We got another player down from CMU from that shoulder-to-shoulder challenge with Van Westeen, and I'm not sure, maybe just the wind has been knocked out of them again, or I don't see her holding any body parts.
Yeah, hard to tell what's going on over there. She's going to be okay. Well, I think we are going to get a substitution in here.
Oh,
no, or
maybe.
No, that wind just keeps on gusting here.
Yeah. All right.
We're trying to get everything sorted out here. So there's the kick. So we're back at it. Deja Newell missed the header. So Blazers with an opportunity here to make a move on it. Instead, it kind of skipped over the bottom part of the foot, over the heel of Wasilek. Bean Van Berrico made a move and intended for Newell. Instead, it's Umar that kicks it. And this thing I thought it was going to take a little backspin on it and stay in play for the Bobcats.
Yeah, this will be Bobcat ball with kind of awkward positioning. CMU are going to have to walk all the way back. Oh, we got the substitution on here. So this is number 2, Linklater coming off. She's the one who had the, I believe, the wind knocked out of her earlier. And number 12, Chloe Boulet, coming on. Some of my French right there.
That's very excellent.
Boulet.
It's outstanding. So Robinson swarmed out of play, so now Blazers get a crack at it.
And sometimes all it takes is one substitution, as you saw Dzengramel for BU in the men's game, making a difference instantly as soon as he came on. So hopefully CMU can have a bit of the same luck.
Here's Masters in the corner, still has it, has control of it, able to keep it in play, got through one Blazer but not the other.
Yeah, and that'll be a corner kick. Jansen's running all the way over there to take this. She is right-footed, I believe, so no real threat of a shot. But this will be a good scoring opportunity. Hit the head of one of her teammates.
Yeah, right on the money. Skimmed through all the players, and now back the other way. Can they go? Will be CMU. It was Wasilek, who I thought was going to make a move, but could not.
Yeah, and she's the lone striker up there, so couldn't do too much with the 3 defenders from BU. Van Westeen now doing a great job distributing in the middle, and this will be the challenge here. Can they get it through the middle with all the Blazers clogging it up? Looks like no, they can't. Jansen now.
Yeah, Jansen Boulet. Now Robinson at her doorstep. She puts the brakes on, goes around the other side. Deja Newell with it. Newell still has it, control of it. Partial deflection along the way. Newell back with it one more time. Now Papadenitz skipped over her foot, could not keep it in play.
Yeah. Tough go at it through the middle for the Bobcats right now. There's just not enough time and space. Too many CMU Blazer players.
Oh, we got a collision here, and Melissa Gilbert is down and out here.
Yeah, and that's incidental, so there's no foul there. Just a swing of a boot and a collision of a stomach, I believe.
Yeah, 37 minutes played here. Bobcats up by 2.
No doubt that hurts, though, especially with it being a little cold out.
Oh, yeah.
This will be just a little drop ball with BU having possession when the whistle was blown.
And Bean Van Berko wasting little time over to Kennedy Jansen. And Jansen trying to get the edge over Whitaker. Does that, got it to Bean Van Berko. Right back where it started from Kennedy Jansen. That one's hoofed out of play. I'll do it all over again. Papadenitz throws it in. Square off the head of a Blazer. Now Bean Van Berko trying to move it. There with Jansen. Jansen lost it, but still in possession of the Bobcats.
Yeah, Jansen being the heart and soul of the midfield right now. She's all over the place, wanting the ball whenever there's opportunity.
Papadenitz, Van Berko, Papadenitz over to Jansen. Has a little bit of wiggle room here to Masters. Masters still going, fires it, scores! What a great second effort by Masters! 3-0 for the Bobcats.
Yeah, and there's Jansen with the assist. Making the right decision to play that in instead of taking extra touch. Masters with a great second effort. One-touch volley. Skims it past the face of the CMU keeper.
Ella Masters subbed in for Brogan Henry, and boy, she's played well here.
Yeah, you can argue they're almost the same player with their harassment play
mirror
style.
Image, yeah, they're both speedy. They both got a lot of heart and soul. Yeah, they are quite a bit alike for sure.
I'd say Brogan's maybe a bit more of a Energizer bunny, where Masters kind of finds good positions and is in the right spot at the right time. So basically mirror images of each other, just small differences that obviously coach for the Bobcats and knows all too well.
Now Masters even did a little dance thereafter. Look.
Did she? That was a beautiful goal, so I don't blame her. I believe the dance that the kids are doing these days is called the gritty.
Yeah, well, isn't Justin Jefferson does it for the Minnesota Vikings.
I think, yeah, a whole bunch of NFL players do it.
I'm not much of a Minnesota fan.
Can we pan to Tyler? Can we pan to Tyler as he does it here real quick?
No, I'm not going to do that. No way. Well, Bobcats, they want to get ready for the playoffs. So far, the game plan's been executed awfully well.
Yeah, it's been a lot of positives for Brandon so far. They've been doing everything well. Nothing's really kind of sticking out like a sore thumb. Everything's been clicking.
Well, and I mean, as far as chances for Josie Black, I mean, she's really had that one scoop up, and that's really been it.
Yeah, and I've been surprised. There's been quite a bit of offensive opportunity here with Van Westeen kind of in the back as a left back, as a defender. There's been plenty of goals scored already.
Yeah, Brandon's got 3 of them already. Probably their most productive first half of the season, no doubt about it.
There's Dejanul with trying to get it 4-0 here. Just gets under it a bit too much and leans back, and it goes sky high. So CMU looking to make something happen here. Keeps it in on the far side, now looking to play it up through number 6, Wasilic, as she's moving along the side there against.
Yeah, McPherson Blair just keeps it nice and simple, and just kicks it out of play.
Yeah, and that's probably ideal here, as we have a huge gap in the middle. So I imagine the Blazers are gonna try and fill that up, and screaming for a handball, but they all just kind of stop playing. And now that creates time and space for BU. Oh, crucial interception there.
Yeah, sure was, because there was 2 Bobcats that were up there. Dornez and Masters looked to be home free. That kick towards midfield's going to lead to a Bobcat throw in here and a BU possession here, with them sitting pretty cozy here at the HLC right now. It ain't warm, but the Bobcats are sitting cozy here with a 3-0 lead.
Umar now trying to work some magic, as she's kind of a midfield player, dropping all the way back to that left defensive position. She does that just to get some reinforcement on the ball, but also get some touches. She's the playmaker for CMU.
So it kicks a pretty good one. Van de Westing thought she had it, and said it goes off her. So Blazers pick up some big yards there. And the throw in that Wasilic had intended on grabbing. Now it's Boulay, I do believe. Yeah, Chloe Boulay, number 12. That one's way up there, so a little aerial showdown there.
Yeah, it's not the game CMU wants to play, being against the wind right now.
No, Petreskovich was the one that kicked that one up in the air.
So we'll see a big throw here from Papadenitz, hopefully getting it out of trouble.
Yeah, she'll scout the situation here. Got it in to Masters at the feet of the Blazers, up towards midfield here. And the Blazers will control it, and they're going to double back here for the moment, with Kraker leaning into that one.
Great ball by Kraker, but look at this. Now we got a foot race.
Yeah, Wasilic and Papa and Van de Westeen actually going toe-to-toe there, and that one's kicked all the way down. No, Blazers got to regroup, refocus, and Umar and crew will try to put one in the back of the cage here before we reach.
And you can see Umar having to drop again just to receive the ball.
Ashley Robinson, nice little pass. Kennedy Jansen, and Jansen's got reinforcements, and she's got room to work with as well.
That's going
that
in.
One is in. And Kennedy Jansen fires her second goal of the contest, and the goals are flowing like tap water here for the Bobcats. They got a 4-0 advantage.
I think that took a lucky deflection that caused it to ricochet up nice and high and then drop right behind the keeper. No matter. Jansen will take that, and she will add to her tally of 2 goals in the first half here as we kind of finish off the first half. Last minute or two of play here.
Yeah, just over, up and over 44 minutes played here now. And well, if the wind's played any part of it, the Bobcats have used it to their advantage because they've dialed some goals up from every nook and cranny of the field here, it seems. Scored some close ones, scored one from mid-range distance, and everything going the Bobcats' way in this opening half.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure if many people, if you had to make a prediction what the score would be after the first half, I don't think many figured it would be 4-0.
Yeah, especially after the last meeting. I believe the last meeting was a pretty close game. But yeah, 4-0 is a tough deficit to come back from, especially within the first half. But that does mean you have a whole half to try and recoup that deficit. We'll see if CMU can change their tactic, because I don't think it's working, whatever they are trying to do.
Yeah, Papadenitz was there, Deja Newell. And Newell over to Bean Van Berko, sails over the top of her head, and Bean Van Berko's got it, and that's kind of her little patented move. She tries to move it up and gain some speed, find the edge, and Bobcats have got a 4-goal edge as the first half draws to a close here. Bobcats want to be that number 3 seed, and so far so good at the halftime break.
Hello and welcome back to this women's soccer action here at the HLC between the CMU Blazers and the Brandon University Bobcats, as we are now in the midst of the final weekend of regular season action in the MCAC soccer season for both the men and women. We have a commanding lead here for the Bobcats as they are ahead 4-0 against the CMU Blazers as we get the second half underway with kickoff momentarily. The Bobcats are going to be happy with their first half performance, slotting home 4 goals. And the CMU Blazers are going to be looking to change tactics as they come into the second half, with not too much action going their way. And as we get underway here, CMU coming out with number 15 here, Tegan Craker, with high intensity. So I believe CMU are going to be looking to change kind of the tempo that they were playing in the first half. They were happy to sit back, and now they're looking to crank it up a notch.
Yeah, well, the Blazers, Dan, might as well go for broke here.
Yeah, they don't have too much to lose being down 4-0, so I imagine they're going to be looking to get the ball to Umar as they tried to do in the first half, and trying to just dump the ball down and dump and chase and see what happens.
Yeah, well, Masters played well in that first half. Kennedy Jansen with a couple of goals.
Yes, I saw Brogan Henry there at halftime, and she had ice taped on her legs, so she definitely has some sort of bone bruise or swelling going on in her leg, which would be a reason for the ice. I'm not a doctor, so that's just my expertise kind of coming into play.
Dr. Harrison's assessment.
Yeah, that's right.
So there's Jansen. Maybe Jansen's thinking Hattie. I don't know if there would be hats that would be thrown onto the field if she scores another one, but
it'd be Tukes at this point, I think.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I was just talking to her dad there between the break there, and I guess they're going all the way out to Otterburn tomorrow to watch her play, and said, "Oh, you're going to be back next weekend for the Final Four." He goes, "You can count on that, like you can count the sun coming up in the morning. We'll be here."
Yeah, so Bobcats are going to be happy with their performance thus far, and they're going to look to kind of capitalize and get on a nice little high as they enter the playoff picture come next weekend.
Yeah, well, good balanced scoring there, Dan, because you had Dornez got one, Masters had one. Really was a nice second effort goal by her, and then Kennedy had the penalty kick goal, and then had kind of one from mid-range out there to dial it in from long distance.
Yeah, so we got goals coming from all facets as we have Masters coming up sprinting on the break there, but we had Kaylee Peden intercept that and put it out of play.
Well, I think too, probably, Dan, as much as you'd like to have a 100% Brogan Henry throughout the entire year, again, it's one of those things that we always say, but I think it kind of rings true a little bit, that when you got different players that have to taking on expanded roles and all, if you can get Brogan back, and then that could be a real nice extra layer of tough skin on this Bobcats team going into the playoffs, where it's you get on a roll at the right time, you never know what could happen.
Yeah, and just with the way that Brogan Henry plays, her play style is very much prone to working hard and to being physical. So she's very prone to injuring and just feeling the wear and tear of working hard, and especially working hard in that position where you're always looking to create conflict with your body. So I think it's taken for granted how hard strikers and number 9 positions really work, especially good ones.
Well, Josie Black was happy to get another touch there, because
that's number 2, I think, today.
Yeah, because she hasn't been tested very much here, and I guess you got to tip your cap to the Bobcats on the defensive side of things to keep it pretty clean on their side.
Yeah, and things are just clicking for the Bobcat midfield and defense, and things are just going their way. They're getting the right bounces. They're reading CMU pretty well, so they're able to adjust when they need to drop back, and that's just given Josie Black kind of an easy day so far.
So here's Kennedy Jansen trying to thread the needle. That pass picked off. It's Peden that's there. Now Masters one more time.
So I think we have Kaylee Thompson in here for Van Berko, who is probably just taking a nice rest there. She's another player that's, I mean, they're all working very hard, but some positions you just have to, you're up and down the field a lot more than others, and you're competing and being a bit more physical than others, as we have CMU on the break here.
Yeah, Van Westeen puts that one up high. Petreskovich, number 13, had it just for the moment. Deja Newell does a good job. She's kind of a rock back there. Can seem to has good footwork though, and can move the ball pretty. Seems at ease. Oh yeah, that might have been. Yeah. Josie was so eager to.
That's a handball.
There.
That's a handball as a last press, a red card if that goes through.
Oh really?
It's the same thing as what happened in the men's game. You're the last defender, so you can't impede a goal scoring opportunity with a handball or foul.
Well, I'm working on a player profile on Josie, hopefully for next week as part of our playoff preparation, and that wouldn't be a very nice addition to the story, would it?
Yeah, that'd be pretty pretty unfortunate if the ref had to call that right now, but yeah, I think she's safe. She played it pretty nonchalantly. She picked it up and didn't even act as if it was close.
And here goes Deja Newell, good burst of speed. Trying to crash right through there.
Yeah, a couple too many touches though, allowed the CMU player to close her down. This will be over the top here for Jansen.
Yeah, Van de Westie moving it. And here's Kennedy Jansen with some reinforcements here.
Kaylee Thompson will love to have that one back, but it was just received on the wrong foot there. So we have Kaylee Peden now, about to throw this in for CMU.
Let's play hard, girl.
You'll be looking to keep Blazers down here. Kaylee Thompson with a good touch there. Now she's looking to just keep this ball there. Good interception.
Yeah, she's done well since letting that last one go out of play there. Here goes Masters again, quicker than a hiccup. Watch, crashes right into the Blazers player and keeps on going. Doesn't miss a beat. And would that have been a dramatic goal by Masters?
Wow, great effort, but you can see the physicality that's required for that position as her and Brogan Henry share the striker role. She just bounced off a defender.
Yeah, like the human pinball machine back there.
Yeah, didn't miss a beat and then got the shot off on target.
Papadenit's trying to move it, so the Blazers come all the way down the field. They know they got to get to work. The offense has got to get rolling here as that breeze really starts to chill you to the bone here. Manitoba's first snowstorm, freezing rainstorm of the year apparently is on the horizon here, so let's hope we can get through the games tomorrow without any damage.
Yeah, like you said, get it out of the system now, and then next weekend we can be in the clear for playoffs.
Well, our Bobcat Club rugby team, they're out in Calgary, and I guess their game today that they had's been delayed because of a snowstorm in Calgary, so it's starting to, I don't like it.
Yeah, it's happening, it's here. We won't say the word, but it's here.
Yeah, I just noticed that on social media there, and I was taking a little bit of a breather between the first and the second half here, and they're trying to clear the field and get everybody out there.
Umar trying to create a chance here, gets a corner kick for her team. And that's one thing that hasn't really clicked for CMU. They haven't got the ball to Umar. Umar's been the playmaker. She's been the one that's distributed the ball, taken some shots for them when BU and CMU have played each other, and so far this game she's had to drop all the way back into a defensive midfield role, so she's not able to do her job as well as she'd like from that far back.
So Ballin makes a move on it. Here's Dornez all the way up to Masters.
Yeah,
Masters has had a couple good chances at it, Dan. She's almost scored on a beautiful play. Ooh, slip right at midfield by Kennedy Jansen. She's going to laugh it off as well.
Yeah, just hit her hand on the way down, so the referee blows the whistle. It was just an unfortunate play, and Jansen's laughing about it as she gets up.
So kick by the Blazers. It starts with 1 for them. They got to get back on the comeback trail in a hurry here, down 4-0 against the Bobcats.
Oh, here goes
Masters using her head, and now her speed to go all the way down the other side of the field. The long kick is just off the mark.
Yeah, she did a good job just taking that extra touch to the outside. Gives her a bit better of an angle to kind of scoot it past the keeper, but she just scoots it a little too far past the keeper there. And now we'll see CMU try to get out of trouble with BU setting up. You can see the shift from the CMU players looking to help out their keeper. Wherever she puts the ball, there'll be lots of players to try and get it.
Jansen right in the thick of things again. This one gets up and across. Nice header there by Bowen, number 4 for BU. Getting onto the field here. Robinson almost colliding with the CMU player, Dornez all the way back, and Blazers will try to get something cooking, but instead had a play. Now they're going to switch it. So CMU is going to get a throw in here.
Yeah, you can see the tactic from CMU is just kick it high and far and hope that we can get it down the field. Whereas BU's playing the ticky-tacky spiderweb soccer where they pass it a whole bunch of times and try and get it to Masters, who can usually outrun anybody.
So Blazers starting back from square one, sailing over the top of everybody's head and out of play. Van de Westeen will throw this one in for BU. Does that. And here goes Kaylee Thompson. Thompson's got all kinds of open real estate, putting it towards the front of the net, and that one will be scooped up by Marucci.
Yeah, so we'll see the ball come into the middle of the field, and CMU use their numbers there to try and gain possession.
Umar's kick ricocheting a little bit off of Ashley Robinson.
Oh, good interception there. That is a crucial header by Ballin. Sorry.
Pearson Blair's there along with Deja Newell. Newell trying to get the edge. Coming right back and colliding, so Newell and Kennedy Jansen get tangled up with 15 Kraker for CMU.
Yeah, that's just an unfortunate timing there. Jansen came in as the ball just had left Kraker's feet. So the referee has to call a foul there.
So Whitaker, good work by the camera crew there on that tight shot on Whitaker. So I'm going to double back one more time. And that was a nice play by Peden to elude Masters, who has a full tank of gas still.
Peden dangling a couple players there, but by the time she's done dangling, she's just in the middle of the field, turned backwards, so she has to play it backwards. Papadenitz now at the big throw.
So Robinson is there, causing a commotion. So is the name we've been saying a lot here, Masters. Yeah, with Brogan Henry going out again, still nicked up from that injury she suffered early on in the season, and so far Masters really picking up the slack and then some. Has a really nice goal and has been like a buzzsaw here for the Bobcats.
Yeah, and she's done a great job of keeping up that physicality that Brogan Henry brings.
Here's Dornay. Jansen was there too. Almost a nice little passing play there for the Bobcats. Going to heave it down towards Petreskovich. Petreskovich getting pressured by the Cats. Petreskovich now has some open room. Threads the needle towards the mid part of the field. Instead, it's the Bobcats trying to double back on it. Keep putting the pressure on the Blazers. Could not.
Petreskovich? What is it? Petrovich?
Yeah, it's kind of a tough one.
Yeah, she's on the opposite side of the field, so she has tried to take matters into her own hands and tried to weave her way through the field to try and make a play there, but now she has to jog all the way back to the far side of the field.
Yeah, pass intercepted there. And Jansen going toe-to-toe with 15 Kraker. Kraker trying to move it up. Finds only beautiful blue jerseys in her way as she tried to get that one up and across into Bobcat territory. Here goes Masters again. playing her heart out here for BU as they lead 4-0, and try to sew up the number 3rd seed. Here's Kylie Van de Westeen. She's trying to cause a commotion now, and we got a whistle, and it's going to go back the other way.
So there was a little back and forth there between Van Westeen and Peden. Peden body feigning like she was going to continue the altercation.
Well, Robinson was there, and now it's Umar for the Blazers. Can be an electrifying player, Ken Umar. And, you know, she had a really good performance the last time that the Blazers were here.
Yeah.
Deja Newell and Kennedy Jansen. Now Newell, almost a little give and go. That would have been one for the highlight reel for sure. And a nice little deke too by Petreskovich. Racing out to it, picking up the biscuit is Josie Black.
Yeah, and as the game wears on, being down so many goals, you're going to see a couple players from CMU who aren't normally playmakers try and make a difference here as they get a little more desperate.
Yeah, you got to try to roll the dice here at some point, I would think. And here comes McPherson Blair. And she's going to get it up to Masters. Masters might have it. Oh.
I don't believe there was a touch.
Shucks.
She just, she missed it. She knew it. Oh, a great opportunity, though, for the Bobcats is we have a
we got a
Bobcat player down. Is that Deja Newell?
Deja Newell.
I didn't see anything happen there, so this might just be a
maybe one
tumble
of those
or fall
cramps
or something
like that. Masters, I can also see Masters. Oh, this might be going over to talk to assistant coach Diego Rodriguez as well there. Thought maybe she was coming off, but let's just see what's going on here. We might be getting some different players on the field here.
Yeah.
Just with the way things are going, you don't want to risk anything now.
I'm not sure. She's not really limping or anything. It just looks like maybe got bonked in the head or cramp somewhere. Oh, she's off, yeah, and still, going right to the medical area. So she'll be replaced by a sub here, and we have Deja Newell coming off, and I am not sure who's coming on. Number 18, Sierra Makasoff, coming on for Deja Newell.
So Blazers have it for the moment here. Now it's Jansen again. We got a whistle.
Yeah, and that just squeaked out of bounds there. So we have Van Westeen here with the big throw to Masters. Yep.
Masters has got it, and she can dangle. There's no two
Here's the
ways
shot.
about
Here's the
that.
shot. Here. Oh.
That is probably the first time that has ever happened in the history of the broadcast that we've had with Kylie Van de Westeen playing, that she didn't fire it as soon as her eyes blinked.
Yeah, well, she had the defender right in her face, so.
No, she still does it anyway.
Yeah, she does usually do it. I think she's hungry for a goal. She's playing defense all game, doesn't get too many touches.
And Ballin just does the right thing, puts it sky high.
Here's Makasoff fighting against Umar. Umar getting the best of her there, and now CMU looking to play through the middle.
Yeah, Van de Westeen made a good deflection there. Kind of could see that play developing before it even happened. They knew if she didn't get a piece of it, there might be trouble. Trouble brewing here. Still Bobcats in a comfortable spot here with up and over 63 minutes of play. And still a 4-0 lead for the Cats. After all kinds of offense in that first half, Josie Black will race out there and
she'll test
the arm.
Play it short to Van Westeen, who she knows can bomb it up if she needs to, but there's a turnover. Uncharacteristic turnover.
There's a header that puts it up and ahead there for CMU. Now racing to the far corner. Blazers have it, try to advance it towards the front of the net. Ashley Robinson there to break it up. Very reliable player in her own end for BU. Now Kennedy Jansen. Jansen making the pass. Had to slow down the pace there a little bit. It was Kaylee Thompson.
So here, CMU will play it back, and they'll look to just probably boot this up. Ooh, luckily squeaked by Jansen there, who was waiting.
Leaning into that kick and getting it up and across. And McPherson Blair gives it a little karate chop as well. Umar controls it nicely on the first touch from her. Putting the brakes on, now back to Umar one more time, threading the needle. Looks like the Blazers might have something going here, but Dornez and crew have other ideas.
Great job by Dornez to control the defender with her back and play it safely to Robinson.
Yeah, Kennedy Jansen, wide open real estate, lots of pasture to get through. Takes to pass the Masters, yeah. And
she didn't quite, she knew it as soon as Jansen was making that touch, but she couldn't get back in time. So this will be an offside, right? Just short of the halfway mark. Esri Trump now looking to play this up.
So Trump takes the shortcut over to Peden instead, and Peden getting pressured right away, and Peden makes a move on it. Could not thread the needle, and right back the other way you go. Bobcats don't mind doing this. They've got the advantage. They got all kinds of offense going in the first half. Here they come again. Kennedy Jansen sliding to advance it downfield.
Masters thought about chasing it, but now it'll be a touchback, so I imagine BU will pressure. Pressure.
Yeah, Esri Trump's got to go. She does. Jansen there again one more time. It's almost like there's some type of a magnetic force field that gets the ball to her, and once she's got it, good things can happen. McPherson Blair, who's played wiser beyond her years for BU here in this season that's sadly almost put to bed. This is the last home game for the regular season for the Cats. Road game tomorrow to put the schedule for the regular season on ice, and then we got the playoffs the next weekend here, Saturday and Sunday. And here goes Kaylee Thompson. Thompson trying to get the edge, and Peden a little slip and slide action.
Yeah, and that's just an unlucky turnaround there. Kaylee Thompson playing good defense, trying to win the ball back from Peden, and Peden just gets her legs taken out from under her.
So Umar tried to track that one down, eluded her at midfield, and Umar is almost going to get it right back if she can win that showdown between two Bobcat players, Dornez and Ashley Robinson, and she'll do just that.
Yeah, and that's, you can see how CMU are targeting Umar to try and get that playmaker involved. But BU doing a good job of swarming her whenever she does get it.
So kick will be coming up for CMU.
Let's see where this goes here. Nice hard kick. Dispatched of well by Ballin.
Yeah, just looking at the previous meetings between these two teams to this point in the year, the CMU beat the Bobcats 1-0 back on October the 2nd.
Oh, okay, so they did.
Yeah, and then they had a 1-1 draw on October the 9th at CMU.
Okay, so a bit of revenge here. BU trying to even the record.
Yeah.
So BU seeing that CMU wants to pressure, they decide to get in Van Westeen, who boots it up out of harm's way. And now Jansen has to play it back, and I imagine this will be a kick up the field, but
Van Westeen ran out of real estate. Yeah, we got a busy schedule coming up next weekend. We got the MCAC Championship. We're going to have the semifinals. That'll be on WCG TV and on the Bobcats. No, it won't be on the it'll be on the MCAC YouTube channel. So people can enjoy that. Plus, then we also have the Canada West volleyball home openers next weekend, next Friday and Saturday here at the HLC. We won't be playing at HLC Field. That'd be kind of difficult, but yeah, we got a big weekend. We're getting thrown right into the fire then. We got lots on the go.
Yeah, things are starting to heat up here. It's great to see.
Yeah, we got UBC Thunderbirds coming to town for take on the Bobcats and volleyball action. BU actually on the road this weekend to start off the conference campaign in Canada West, and BU volleyball teams lost both the matches last night in Kamloops and 5-set heartbreakers, and the rematches will be taking place here in pretty short order here because they're actually a little bit earlier than normal out in Kamloops. So there's all kinds of stuff going on. We're getting thrown in multiple directions, but we love every minute of it around here. And for the Cats, so they got 70 minutes played, and they still got this 4-0 advantage, and that's got to put smiles on their faces as they want to be that number 3 seed going into the playoffs. That would mean that Brandon would play Providence here next Saturday. And it just so happens that they're going to be in Otterburn taking on Providence tomorrow. So it kind of creates an interesting showdown in that respect.
Yeah, sure does. And BU will be happy to go into that game with a win, or I guess a 2-win streak. Kind of motivating them and pushing them. Looking to extend it to a 3-game win streak going into playoffs.
Ashley Robinson, and you got Bean Van Berko back on the field here for BU, throwing that one towards near the net, but not quite.
This will be a goal kick, and so far CMU have elected just to boot it up the field and see what happens. They love this near side. Every goal kick has been to this near side. Hey, yeah. Oh, great kick.
Yeah, that's exactly the sound effect I was hoping that you were going to give out there, Dan. Petreskevich, 13.
Looks like there might have been a handball, or a push in the back, sorry. So that's why the foul was called against BU. We did have a sub. We had Kaylee Thompson go off and Van Berko come on, and then that caused the switch for Dornez to come over to this near side. So a bit of a shuffle for the Bobcats.
Wasilek, number 6, lost the handle on it. Back the other way, it's Papadenitz walking the tightrope there. Ended up with Hannah Neufeld. She is number 4 for CMU, so she's out on the field here along with Umar. Umar gives that one a kick. And out of play she goes.
Yeah, and Umar probably feeling pretty frustrated that she can't make a difference in this game. Bobcats have done a great job of just kind of neutralizing her position. Van Westeen not looking at the ball there. It was passed to her.
And Van Westeen dials it up. And oh, what a perfect kick. Now Kennedy Jansen. Jansen's eyes lighting up like a Christmas tree as she collides up against Petreskevich.
Yeah, there's a couple of angry CMU players out here. You can see them trying to put it in an extra foot or an extra kick or push after the play. Typically happens when you're losing by a couple goals.
And Petreskevich kick deflects off of Van Westeen. Out of play she goes. Yeah, up at over 73 minutes of game time here played. And Peden will be responsible for this one. Throws it in. And right there, Bobcats putting the pressure on. It's not giving the Blazers any time to breathe out there. Yeah. Robinson, it was Bean Van Berko that had the intended header. Papadenitz there too. Glued right at midfield now, up and across. And Masters tried to get through everybody, could not. Right at midfield again one more time. So Papadenitz will have to double back to break up this play here for the Blazers. Going to do just that, kicks it out of play.
Yeah, and we'll see some unsung heroes, I guess, kind of come to light now as they get a little bit more and more desperate. as the game wears on. So I imagine
Kennedy Jansen, and that's a little bit of an owie. You can tell for sure this the way that but she's a grinder.
Yeah,
might be a bee in her boot, but she's going to keep on going. Here she goes again. Ashley Robinson, no misstep, and Umar and Ashley Robinson collide.
Yeah, and there's definitely some chips on some shoulders out here now, especially with the cold weather, and some of those tackles, they have a shock value with them, so you kind of get a little more scared just because of the contact more so, and then you realize you're not quite as hurt as bad as you thought you were.
That one's kicked to the heavens by the Bobcats, drops down right in front of Umar. Umar trying to thread the needle, could not. And Dornez has it, makes a short little pass, and Van de Westing has to put the brakes on to collect. And she'll go back the other way with Kennedy Jansen over to Masters now, and it's an offside.
There was 3 Bobcat players offside there, so not too many options for Jansen, but Bobcats hungry for more.
Just one of those things that happens, eh?
Yeah, well, that's a good thing. You got 3 girls that are up there ready to put the ball in the back of the net.
Yeah, well, the Bobcats did their damage in that first half.
Got a substitution here, so this will be...
Yeah, it's a good thing we don't have a third game out here, Dan. I'm starting to
feel the cold air.
Yes, sir.
We got number 6 coming off here. Waslick is subbing off, and I believe number 10 is coming on here. Melissa Gilbert, one of the starters in the first half. So right now I imagine the coaches from the Bobcats are looking at who can be subbed off and given some game time, and if they want to try any different tactics or formations maybe going into this final game tomorrow.
I don't know, I'm just looking over at the Bobcat bench, and they got about 30 blankets over there. I don't think anybody really wants to go anywhere.
Yeah.
To be quite honest with you.
Well, when the coach speaks.
Yeah, I guess so. When you get called to action, you got to go for it, right?
Yeah, or else coach remembers, and next time there's action, you won't be called.
So Bobcats throw in here as we're approaching 77 minutes played. Robinson will send it back to Kylie Van Westing.
Here's Melissa Gilbert now. Fresh legs coming in, just out of the reach of Dornez.
Yeah, you can see everybody's lips are turning a little blue out there.
Yeah.
So a Blazers throw in to Umar, back where it started from. The BU, and Masters getting right into the mix again. One of the goal scorers for BU in this one. Ashley Robinson tried to delicately move it up. Umar trying to find the edge as she goes shoulder to shoulder. And we got a foot race for it here now. Kennedy Jansen got 2 goals for the Bobcats.
Yeah, here comes the yellow card for the CMU player, number 21, Peden, who's been warned multiple times now. So this will be a free kick, I believe. Oh, no, it happened after the ball went out of play, so this will still be a throw-in. Had it happened before, it would have been a free kick.
So Van de Westing throws it in with Dornez there. Now it's Jansen back to Van de Westing. Van de Westing lets it fly. It's twisting, it's twirling, it's curling. And Sierra Makasoff has got to make a move on it now over in the far corner. Will do it the first time. Bean Van Berko wins that foot battle. And that one's kicked out of harm's way and back near midfield. McPherson Blair sends it right back at the Blazers. Here's Ashley Robinson now. Robinson trying to get the edge with Dornez there as well. Will Dornez get a chance at it? She makes a good move towards the front part of the net. Collides with the Blazer. Robinson leans into that one. She wants her first goal. And it's going to go out of play.
looks like it might have been offside there, but a crucial challenge there by McPherson and Blair. Might have sprung a couple Blazers. So we have a substitution, dual substitution, one for each team. Dornez is heading off. And I believe number 13 for the Blazers, Petroskovic. How did I do? Petroskovic.
You did awesome.
I did average.
Yeah,
it was average.
You're a very, very excellent announcer.
And we have number 12 here. Nope, sorry, 15. Natasha Vermette is coming on for the Bobcats.
Yeah, she's had her moments too this year coming off the bench for the Bobcats. Kind of a heart and soul, kind of a lunch pail type of player for BU, but can be a pretty effective one. As we're getting up to that 80-minute mark, which means time is really winding down here.
Yeah, and the Bobcats will be happy to...
Yeah, they'll be happy when it's 90 and they can get out of here.
Yeah, hit cruise control and not have any more injuries or scares.
Yeah,
Blazers will be happy.
Still in there. She would. I think she wants that hat trick. Oh, we got another card coming.
Well, and she's, referee knows that those two are kind of going at it, so.
Yeah, kind of one for you, one for me type thing, eh?
Yeah, and if it happens again, that'll be another yellow, and that'll be a red. So he's kind of putting in some preventative measures to make sure nothing escalates any further.
So the two-lady brick wall here.
Yeah, covering their
and
face.
Yeah, put the shields up just to make sure. They're both kind of laughing that they know what's coming. It's towards the net, it's off the mark. Yeah, you got Masters right here up top right at midfield here.
Yeah, and that's exactly where she needs to be, because if that ball gets kicked up the field, she can harass and maybe outmaneuver the defenders there, but almost a turnover for BU deep in their own end.
Yeah, Bobcats have done a good job to defend. If there's even a hint of danger, they're getting rid of it right away. Here's Vermette. Vermette made a good move there with her feet to avoid any problems. Now she'll slow it down here a little bit, try to get up and across midfield. Umar and the Blazers have got other plans for it.
Ballin now doing a good job of absorbing that pass, turning with the ball. Now Josie Black has a tough choice to make.
Black moves it quickly into the corner. Papadenet's there to greet it.
That's typically when you yell your defenders for putting you in a terrible position.
She's too nice. I don't think she would ever do that.
Sometimes you got to be not nice. I would be screaming at my defenders if they did that.
I don't know. I can't see you doing that either, Dan. You're a gentle soul. But I seem to remember you being a pretty fiery competitor there, my man.
Well, sometimes. When it's necessary.
That's what we loved about you. Well, McPherson Blair moves it. Bean Van Berko.
Great job using the body there to get some space.
Yeah, she does do that. Yeah, she uses that.
Another substitution here. This will be, I imagine. Oh, I was going to say number 21, the Peden, who had the yellow card, but no, it looks like it's a defensive player coming off and an offensive player taking her position. So number 17, Lindsay Nodal, is on, and I believe it's number 4 who went off, Hannah Neufeld.
83 minutes, up and over it now.
So we have a free kick here. Looks like Ballin's about to take this one.
Yeah, so barring maybe one of the most miraculous comebacks in soccer history, Bobcats are going to be that number 3 seed going into the playoffs.
There's Umar making a play.
And you just want to make sure to be on the MCAC website, social media channels. Our Bobcats website will have all the details as we get closer to for the Final Four weekend. There's Kennedy Jansen again.
Yeah, Yeah, they're both very wary of their yellow cards that they have each. So they decide to part
slow
ways.
up there. Exactly. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. They just mutually agreed to say, see you later.
Yeah, hoping the other one would do the opposite, but both well disciplined.
So Vanda Westing will throw this one in to Natasha Vermette.
And it comes back into the field.
Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully they got good insurance coverage.
Yeah, Chloe Boulay was the kicker there, if anybody's claiming insurance.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, everyone's pretty fired up here. They're even getting excited about the hits on the top of the windshield or the hood of vehicles. McPherson Blair.
Ooh, great move there.
Yeah, she sure did make a nice move there. And Robinson, and the double back here, it's Ballin over to Vanda Westing. Vanda Westing with a good touch there, tried to get around them, and almost was home free.
So we have Peden taking the throw in here to Umar. Umar will be looking, oh no. There it is, there's the turn, and now she's going to release. And blocked by Ballin there.
Yeah, Ballin's put in some good minutes today.
Yeah, a lot of touches for her today, which is good going into playoffs.
And Robinson will clear it. Putting the brakes on was Vanda Westing to control it. Leaning into that shot was Peden for the Blazers. Going to be going towards the front of the net. Black is there. Really the first big test that she's had to pass, and there you go.
Was that shot number 3 or 4?
I believe 4.
Not bad. It's those games where you get 1. Those are the worst. Then you don't have anything to go off of for the next game.
Yeah.
Masters looking to push through, and she does. She's going in for number 2.
Here goes Masters.
Oh, great touch.
There. Another good second effort by Masters. She just keeps on going here for the Bobcats.
Yeah, and that's a great save by the keeper, who dove down and got basically a fingertip on it just to steer it wide. Another substitution here, this time for the Bobcats. Makasoff, who was an early sub in this second half, is now being subbed off. And we got somebody else for the Bobcat bench getting some minutes. We'll wait till she turns around to get her number here.
A Toad, I do believe. Masters to Jansen. Jansen swarmed. Yeah, Hode's back. They're on the field for the first time today. Her dad actually played with the Brandon Wheat Kings at one time.
Oh, wow.
He was the captain of the Wheat Kings.
How long ago was that?
This would have been, I'm thinking it must have been the late 80s, early 90s when Jeff Hode was captain of the Brandon Wheat Kings.
Okay. Oh, good turn back there from Jansen. Papa Dennett's awkward spot there for McPherson Blair, but recovers nicely. Great touch by Jansen. Now trying to go back, but the touch from Van Berko's a little too heavy.
Yeah, approaching 88 minutes here.
Bobcats still hungry.
Yeah, I guess that's obviously a positive sign too, that you're not leaning on your shovel here.
Ball goes out of bounds. And we'll look to see if Bobcats can put on the pressure to try and get one more goal here. I imagine they'd be ecstatic with one more, judging by the reaction of the first 4. Everybody was jumping and cheering and dancing.
Yeah, they had a little bit of everything going on with all those goals. Yeah, very strong first half offensively for BU, and then they've just kind of done the right things here in this second half to get the job done.
Yeah, and Masters has had two breakaway opportunities that she just hasn't, maybe 3 actually, that she hasn't converted on. But other than that, they've been pretty mediocre. As we say that though, we have a Hode running up.
Hode, yeah, crashing up against the Blazers player. And yeah, for me anyway, when I kind of look at a BU team that was in the league final last year, obviously there's all, different pieces that are in place now, kind of a thing. I think from a Bobcat perspective, you've kind of been waiting for them to get on a little bit of a roll here, and maybe they're doing it just at the perfect time.
Yeah, this would be definitely the perfect time. Right at the end of the season and going into playoffs, and with especially some bench players coming on to get some crucial minutes and maybe even some crucial goals.
Yeah, well, they had a really close game against, St. Boniface, the defending league champions. They played them really tough, so that's kind of all in this last little stretch here. So,
yeah, that's definitely a sign that things are clicking. Just needing some fine tuning, I guess.
And Josie Black races out there to pick it up. His time really starts to wind down here on the Bobcat home schedule for the regular season. Seems like September the 10th was just yesterday, and now the schedule's over for home games for BU. Obviously, well, they're going to get one more home game tactically for the Final Four here, because it's going to be in Brandon. Maybe they got two more home games in their future.
Oh, almost an offside call there, but CMU now just boot it down and look to probably just keep the ball out of trouble. Oh, unfortunately no touch there. McPherson Blair with a good touch to stop it from going any further.
Yeah, you don't want anything happening now. And Robinson rising to the occasion there for the Bobcats. Natasha Vermette is there too. So we're up into extra time now. So Bobcats 4-0. All the offense came in the first half. And Bobcats are going to be the number 3 seed when the MCAC Final Four rolls around. And boy, oh boy, it's coming up in a hurry. That'll be next Saturday, Sunday at HLC Field and the Sportsplex. Second year in a row that the championship weekend is held in the Wheat City. Bobcats have picked up another victory. They got one more game tomorrow on the road in Otterburn against the Pilots to cap off the regular season. And it's playoff time. Cats 4-0 winners over the visiting CMU Blazers. For Dan Harrison and our entire crew, WCG TV, thanks for joining us. Appreciate all the support this season. And the playoffs are coming up next for BU games here at HLC Field. That'll be next weekend. Make sure you're on the Bobcat website, MCAC website, for all the details.